What's up, everyone? It is Jason Jani. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you 10 things that I do, kind of like rituals, before I get on site to an event. They typically take place the day of, or maybe even the day before, leading up to a celebration, especially a big celebration, a wedding, a large corporate event, whatever it may be. These are things that I do, kind of my mannerisms the day of, and they're not going to be in any particular order. I jotted them all down on my iPhone. These are things that I do. Today, I have a really big wedding, actually another NFL player's wedding, and I was going through my daily hustle of the things that I do, and I'm like, this could be a great video. If you're a DJ watching this and you're a working DJ watching this, and there's things that you do that maybe I don't do, I'd love to hear from you. So feel free to add to the conversation in the comments field down below, and I hope that we all can learn together and grow together with the content found on this video. So the day of or the day before event, I do a lot of things to get my mind in the right place so that I'm in the position to crush the event I am hired to be part of. These are in no particular order, but I'm going to just jump right into it. First and foremost, I like to make sure the day of, this always happens the day of, that I make sure all the music is organized properly. It's double or triple checked. Also, I go through all the formality information in terms of like my day of run of show, any information I get from a planner or maybe someone that's helping assist organize things, maybe even the venue, a timeline, whatever. I print them out usually when I get them, but I reprint all of the content the day of the celebration because oftentimes things change from the minute you get them. It could be 3 weeks between the time you get them first to when you actually are ready to get to that party, and things can change. Songs can change, milestone moments can change, things can be moved in terms of order, and I always try to print things at the very last minute so that they are the most accurate and I have the latest and greatest information when I arrive on site for an event. Number two, I check and confirm with the team that's working with me within the SCE event group family. So if I have 2 or 3 or 4 or 7 or 10 guys or girls or whoever working with me, I send them a text early in the morning, looking forward to connecting with you, reinforce the meet time, also the location, and that I reinforce that I'm so excited to work with them. Now, we all have busy lives, and I know within my world at SCE, there's a lot of people that do a lot of different things, and this one mannerism, this one ritual has prevented catastrophe for me because people maybe got dates confused or weren't really sure if we were working today, and this really confirms everything and gets everyone on board. I typically do this in a group text fashion so that everybody's on the same page. Also, it's important that everybody has everybody's number. Number 3, I make sure that all the equipment is loaded. Make sure that we have all the backup equipment necessary. Make sure that all the services that are hired that I'm going with are in the vehicle that I'm traveling to the location with. Or if I'm not going with that specific vehicle, I make sure that the person that's going there has a list of all the different things that we need to bring, and they actually check it before it rolls out of the warehouse or office or whatever. Another thing that I like to do, and this is a personal thing, is I like to get my body moving for at least 30 minutes the morning of an event. Now, everyone has different workout schedules and things that they can do. If I'm sore or tired from the night before, I simply either go on my treadmill for 30 minutes or I walk around my neighborhood in suburban USA, New Jersey, where I live. I try to get my body moving because I believe it gets your mind in the right place, and I try to do this unplugged. I don't talk to anyone. I don't respond to text messages. I don't talk to anyone on the phone. I try not to even watch videos on platforms like YouTube or anything when I'm working out because I want my mind to be totally free. I might have music on, but I don't want to consume visual content when I'm doing this. It's just how I like to work, and it's what I do. Move your body for 30 minutes right when you wake up, before you eat, have coffee, anything. It's kind of what I do, and I think it really puts your mind in the right place and sets your day up for success. Another thing that I think is really important is I try to always have a breakfast, and I'm not a big breakfast eater in general, but I do like to have coffee. I do like to have something light the morning of an event, and I try to consume it with someone if possible, maybe Lauren or even my children if they are here. And if they're not, I try to consume food, coffee in the morning, and I try to consume that unplugged. I try not to watch social media. I try not to watch YouTube. I try not to watch anything. I want my mind to have time to breathe, to rest, and to just think through all the things that have to be done in that day. Another personal hygiene thing that's a really big deal for me is after I work out, eat, and all that stuff is I got to shower. I like to shower earlier in the day than later in the day. And I always make sure I have a fresh haircut. If I don't get my haircut the week of, typically I get my haircut every 10 days, every 2 weeks at most. I make sure that I look fresh and I'm looking good and I feel good, because I think self-care is a big part of success, especially confidence. And I think you let out good vibes when you feel good, you look good, and you take care of yourself. So if you're not someone that likes to have a tight haircut, just make sure you're taking care of yourself, whether it's skincare, whether it's making sure your suit is right. Try to make sure all of the visual things that you are going to need are in order and you feel good about yourself. Speaking of self-care and attire, I make sure that my suit is proper, make sure that everything's ironed out, make sure that everything's together. Now, I'm not a DJ that uses tuxedos. I burned my tuxedos in the early 2000s, but I do wear a styled suit that's fitted properly to my body. I also rarely wear ties, but I make sure that my shirt is pressed, make sure my jacket is not all jammed up in a bag somewhere, and I make sure that if I'm wearing sneakers, and 98% of the events I wear sneakers, make sure that they are ridiculously clean. I think it's part of your overall presentation and brand, and it goes with the haircut kind of comment before. When you look good and you have your stuff together, I think it's super important. Side note, if you are connecting with your team and you're asking them to work with you and maybe they don't work with you or you don't have a set uniform, you might want to consider asking everyone to wear the same color to be in line with the clothing. I am a big fan of always wearing black at my events, and I like my team that's working on my parties, even my musicians, to always wear black. I think it lets us all look uniform without actually wearing a uniform. Next up is, what do you listen to when you get your mind right and you're rolling up to an event? I am a big fan of listening to other DJs play, maybe on Twitch, but I try to listen to content, whether it be on the radio, whether it be on Spotify, or whether it be on platforms like Twitch or YouTube, to what I enjoy. I don't try to put myself in the mindset or the zone of where I'm about to be for the next 5 or 6 or 8 hours. I want my mind to be in a happy place, so I try to listen to things that I enjoy, whether it be country music or hip hop or throwbacks or even EDM stuff, or I listen to people like the legend DJ Jazzy Jeff on Twitch, who does a really, really good stream each and every Saturday. I try to listen to people that inspire me and get me in a good, happy place. Again, it's all about putting your mind in the right position so that when you get to that party, you are ready to crush. Next up, arrival time. I always try to get on site to my events at a minimum of 2 hours before the contracted start time of whatever service we are offering. Tonight, our party starts at 6 p.m. That's an hour and a half cocktail hour, starts at 6 p.m. I will be on site at that location at 4 p.m. It gives me plenty of time to not only get loaded in, but to get dressed, to settle in, and to address any problems that we can have. I always try to arrive early because I feel it is much better to arrive early than to get there late and to be rushed. I absolutely hate being rushed and being uncomfortable when I'm working, so I allow myself plenty of time to get in, get settled, get everything up and tested, and then I like to just cool out and enjoy the rest of the evening before we start playing music for people. The last thing is I like to bring a meal, whether it's food prepped or it's something that I prepare the day of. I think this is an important part of the overall experience and making sure that you are going to be taken care of when you work. I'm not a DJ that likes to step away from the DJ booth, sit down and eat a meal. Although I allow my team to do that when we're working on an event, I very, very rarely step away from the DJ booth at all, and I never sit down to have a meal. I like to bring my own food. I can control what I'm going to consume. I can make sure that I like it. I can make sure that it's proper and it works within my diet plan. I also like to make sure that I have plenty of water, and I even bring a pre-workout and a Quest bar. I love those Quest bars, although they sometimes taste like carpet. Health-conscious snacks, as well as a meal, plenty of water, and a pre-workout, and that's something that I need to make sure that I'm going to be good when I do the party. Even if I don't consume that food during the party, I will consume it on the ride home or maybe even before it starts. Just some of the things that I do. I hope you found this video helpful in some way, shape, or form. I'd love to hear from you if there's things that you do before your events. Throw it in the comments down below. And if you're new to the channel, not yet subscribed to the channel, I'd be grateful if you not only give me a thumbs up, but you give me some sub love and join the Jani train here on this channel, creating content to help push up our industry in different ways. Pumped is that you stay with me to the very end. I've got another video to check out right over here. Have a look at it, and we'll see you in another video really, really soon.